Hello to all my college football friends out there. The snow has melted so far in the state of Ohio, and Buckeye Vinny is on his back deck ready to bring a fabulous video to all of you. And nonetheless, it will be about the Sugar Bowl on New Year's Day. The 12-1 Notre Dame Fighting Irish getting it on with the 11-2 Georgia Bulldogs. Welcome to all my friends to another sports edition of the Buckeye Vinny YouTube channel sports show. Sit back, relax. Let's get this video started. You know, my friends, I broke both of these teams down. And for me, they are both very similar football teams, okay? They both obviously have had a lot of success this season, but they have also had some downfalls, okay? We have first with the Georgia Bulldogs, okay, coming in at 11-2. This is a team that lost 2 games, both in the SEC, losing to the Alabama Crimson Tide 41-34 in that shootout, and just looking very poorly against Ole Miss Rebels in Ole Miss, losing to the Rebels 28-10. On the flip side, you have the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Their only loss of the season was to a Northern Illinois MAC team, which, in my opinion, should have never happened, but it did. So, you know, and now you have both of these splendid football teams, rich in tradition, facing off once again in the Sugar Bowl in the 2024 college football playoffs. You know, it's only epic that these two teams get it on. For me, a lot of similarity is that both teams lost their star players. Okay, we have the Georgia Bulldogs obviously having to go without starting QB Carson Beck with that elbow injury that he suffered against Texas. On the flip side, we have the heart and soul of that Notre Dame defense, Riley Mills, who suffered that massive knee injury against Indiana, and he will be out. Now, we're talking about a Riley Mills that this season had 7.5 quarterback sacks and also led the team with 9 tackles for losses on the season. So he is going to be tremendously missed, to say the least. On the flip side, Carson Beck. He has thrown for 28 touchdowns this season and also for 3,485 passing yards. He is going to be sadly missed, but the show must go on. And for me, you know, you're talking about a Notre Dame offense coming in averaging 39 points a game. Defensively stingy, 14 points a game. Their bread and butter has been the rushing attack all season long of Riley Leonard and Jeremiah Love. Love coming in with 1,057 rushing yards and 16 rushing touchdowns. And a quarterback, Riley Leonard, second on the team with 751 rushing yards, and count them, 15 rushing touchdowns. So this is going to be a very interesting game for me. My friends, this is the reason why that Notre Dame is actually favored in this game. It's very close, but I think they're favored something like by 1.5 over Georgia. But, you know, bottom line, you know, and then I stopped and I looked over at Georgia, okay? Georgia's offense coming in, averaging 33 points a game. Defensively, they give up 20 points a game. Offensively, they average 414 yards of total offense. They've beaten 4 ranked teams this season. And for me, I just got to be honest. I think that out of the 2 teams, Georgia has played the harder schedule. In fact, I know they have. Georgia is 9th in SOS, which is strength of schedule. 9 out of a possible 134 teams in Division 1. The strength of schedule for Notre Dame is 30 out of a possible 134 teams. So, Notre Dame's played a good schedule, okay? Not a great schedule, but a good schedule. But when you stop and look, Georgia has played the harder schedule, hands down. And anytime you play in the SEC conference, which, let's be honest, is the best college football conference in the nation, and you only lose 2 games in that conference, that spoke volumes for me. I look over at the defense of Georgia. They have 36 team sacks this season. They are led by Jalon Walker, 6.5 sacks. Chaz Chambliss, also tied with 6.5 sacks. And Mikael Williams with 5 sacks on the year. Jalon Walker also leads the team with 11 tackles for loss on the season. So, my friends, it's going to be a very interesting matchup. You got Malachi Starks, tremendous player in the secondary with 73 tackles. Also tied with C.J. Allen with 73 tackles. So, my friends, bottom line, this video is basically, who do you think is going to win this matchup? Now, the all-time series has only been 3 games. All 3 have went to the Georgia Bulldogs. 1980, that classic Sugar Bowl game. Herschel Walker, what a game he played. 2 touchdowns in that game. Rushed for something like 148 yards. And he had a banged-up shoulder. But he still played. And he led his Dogs to a national championship that year, finishing 12-0 and beating Notre Dame 17-10. 2017 was a thriller in South Bend. Georgia hung on to beat the Notre Dame Fighting Irish 20-19. And in 2019, in Sanford Stadium, Athens, Georgia, the Bulldogs defeated Notre Dame once again 23-17. So, my friends, all of these games have been very close ball games. You stop and look at the experience of these 2 coaches. Okay, obviously Kirby Smart has been to the big dance, not once, but twice. And, I'll take that back. He's been to the big dance actually 3 times in his career as the head coach for Georgia. Let's not forget when he faced off with Alabama, okay, in the national championship, only to lose that game 26-23. And I believe that was his 2nd season as the Georgia Bulldogs head coach. So, let's look at that. Personally, I still thought Georgia should have won that game, but nonetheless, they did not. 2021, they captured the national championship, getting sweet revenge, beating Alabama 33-18. 2022, not even a game. They put a massacre on the TCU Horned Frogs 65-7. So, my friends, Coach Kirby Smart and the Dogs have been to the big dance. Okay, they are used to pressured games. On the flip side, you have Marcus Freeman, still, in my opinion, learning the game, but has done a splendid job with Notre Dame. Each season he's been the head coach, Marcus Freeman has improved on the Notre Dame's record each of his seasons. So I give him kudos to that big time. For me, it's going to come down to experience of the 2 coaches. Obviously, Kirby Smart has more of the experience in coaching college football. My friends, it's going to come down to this. Who's going to control the line of scrimmage? Notre Dame, always known for that big, strong offensive line. Can the Georgia D-line get pressure on Riley Leonard? Can Georgia will be able to stop the potent rushing attack of Jeremiah Love and Riley Leonard also? We shall see. Once again, this is a Notre Dame offense that averages 222 rushing yards on the year and an average, this is phenomenal, of 6.2 yard per carry average on the season for Notre Dame. Will Georgia's D-line and linebackers be able to come up and stop Jeremiah Love and Riley Leonard? This is what it comes down to, my friends. On the flip side, will Notre Dame be able to stop true freshman Nate Frazier, who has 634 rushing yards on the year and 8 touchdowns, and transfer from Florida Gators Trevor Etienne, 571 rushing yards on the year and 9 touchdowns? It's going to be very interesting. Will Notre Dame be able to stop dual threat quarterback Gunnar Stockton, 5-star recruit out of his home state of Georgia? Will they be able to find a way to stop Gunnar? And let's be honest, Gunnar is a better rushing quarterback than Carson Beck. We all know that. Okay? Yes, Carson Beck, when need be, was a okay quarterback rusher to get out of the pocket and get you that 3 or 4 yards on 3rd and 3 or 3rd and 4. But very seldom did Coach Mike Bobo come up with specified running plays for Carson Beck. On the other hand, Gunnar Stockton will have design quarterback sneaks with this quarterback, without a doubt. Designed quarterback running plays for Gunnar Stockton. So, my friends, this is going to come down to a really great game. I see a low-scoring game. I truly do. I see both defenses rising to the occasion, and I see both defenses bending a little bit, but not breaking. My friends, we shall see. This, in my opinion, will be an excellent Sugar Bowl in 2024, to say the least, in college football. My friends, if you are new to my channel, please, by all means, if you haven't yet, please click on that subscribe button. If you like this video, which I hope you all do, my Irish friends, my Georgia Bulldogs friends, please click on the like button. And like always, please check out Super Thanks. It's new on my channel. And like always, my friends, not only do I love to read your comments, but I love to get back to every comment that I do read. So please comment down below what you think about this video and who you think will win this game. Like always, peace out. God bless. What a matchup it will be. 12-1, Notre Dame Fighting Irish getting it on New Year's Day in the Sugar Bowl against the Georgia Bulldogs, 11-2. That's all Buckeye Vinny has for today. I am